MMAWeekly.com, Damon Martin here with Josh Barnett just before the Strikeforce Heavyweight Grand Prix finals. Josh, let me start here because of the delays. You know, you had some delays going on. Obviously, Daniel's injured. Were you excited to finally just get a date so you could, have a focus of your training and just to kind of put a finality to this whole thing?
It was nice to know when to stop drinking.
That was the key?
Pretty much.
When this tournament started, obviously you spent time in the UFC before, you spent time in Pride. Where did you rank the heavyweights that were in this tournament when you first looked at it? Just as a kind of a historic thing, you mentioned earlier the greatness of Pride when you were there before. Where would you rank the guys that were in this tournament when it started?
Oh, as a Grand Prix, this was arguably the best collection of heavyweights that there had ever been put together. I think, this is going to be a tournament that's going to be marred with an asterisk here and there because of the way things turned out with one guy going this way and that and this. But I think when it's all said and done, if you were to watch it front to back, you'd be hard-pressed to find anybody that could really seriously say that I hated this. This was not what I did not live up to its end. I think it's going to shine in the end. I really think it's going to deliver.
I know you said you weren't really paying attention to who was in the tournament as far as who you could potentially face, those kind of things, but when you start a tournament with Alistair Overeem, Fabricio Verdum, Fedor, of course, and yourself and Sergey, all these guys, and you end up with Daniel Cormier. Is it crazy? I mean, does that kind of create the dynamic of what a tournament's all about, that anything really can happen?
Yes, but also I think people are going to see that Daniel Cormier is going to be a household name in terms of heavyweight mixed martial arts fighters here shortly. Not based on me necessarily, but I expect the best out of him in the ring, and I expect him to continue to succeed, even after this finals fight.
He progressed so fast. He's 9-0 as a pro. I mean, to come out of collegiate and Olympic wrestling, of course, but he's made such a fast progression, and we've seen his stand-up improve. I mean, what have you thought of his performances thus far in his career?
He's an Olympian. You got to expect someone to excel, and that's a different kind of environment. And a lot of these MMA guys have no idea what it means to be in that kind of competitive environment. I was trying to think of a better word than the same environment twice, but whatever. That's a system that makes champions. It puts people, at the very cutting edge of human performance. Also, it takes the right mindset. I think Daniel just has the right head to wrap himself around what's necessary to be a good fighter.
We know the end of this tournament is going to mean basically the end of the heavyweight division in Strikeforce. They said one more fight after this. You're not focused on that, of course, but is this kind of your guys' chance? I know you kind of closed out saying something similar to that, but is this kind of your chance to show, the heavyweights in Strikeforce not only were great, but this tournament was great, and also just to bring the focus back on the heavyweights that maybe aren't in the UFC, you know what I mean?
I just want them to focus on me. I just happen to be a heavyweight, so by default, that's what's going to happen. Otherwise, man, I couldn't care less.
And I got to close out with this. I got to ask, bolt thrower, I'm assuming?
Yeah, you know it.
I'm just waiting for the day you change to freak me out. That's what's up.
And the day that happens, I don't even know if there'll be any sort of warning. I'll just start walking down the ramp and something else will tune in. But for now, it's bolt thrower.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.